We back. We live. As always, let me double check this volume so I know that I'm airborne. Gotta double check this volume. All right, we good. Volume is good. Okay, volume is good. All right, we're doing good on the volume. Okay, we back. It's Friday. It's Friday night. Um, it's Friday night. It's a lot of things going on tonight, right? And one of the things is this podcast, right? So 7 p.m. I'm back. We're back. You know what I'm saying? We're blessed to be here for another live stream. Talking about survival, talking about life, talking about tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. Okay? Um, my name is Marvin Bryant. I am a multiple cancer survivor, and I'm doing this 7 p.m. live because 7 o'clock, due to the amount of time I spent in the hospital recovering from my cancers, 7 p.m. is very important to me because that's the time where I get my body ready for the next day, and get rested. And the rest is the most important thing when it comes to recovery and healing, especially due to the fact that healing does not occur in one night, 2 nights, a couple of days. Sometimes it takes weeks, months, even years for you to heal. And some things you don't heal from. Some things you just figure out a way to live with it, and you know what I'm saying. Just live with it until you know you can't anymore. Um, so that is what this live is for. Is to share with you how I got to where I am today, and it's through the process of putting myself in the right state of mind at around the time 7 p.m. 'Cause 7 p.m. Um, is usually when your guests, family, visitors have to leave, and that time is left for you to rest and going into your rest, going into your 8, 9 o'clock. Because when I was in hospital, 9, 10 o'clock, I was asleep. It wasn't much more to. It wasn't a lot to do. I wasn't spending a lot of time on social media. I was just in. I was in my head. I wouldn't say in my head, but I was in the process. I was in the moment of figuring out what's wrong with me and trying to figure out what's next. Listen to these doctors. So, um, and at that point, I didn't. There wasn't an outlet like this with anybody like speaking about cancer live as I was dealing with it. So it wasn't really much to turn to, So I kind of like fought it, within myself. But when I say within myself, I got my mind in the right place, and I was prepared for the next day. I was ready for every obstacle that could come my way, being in the hospital for that period of time and actually going through the rehab process. So that's why 7 p.m. is so important. So that's why I'm live 7 p.m. Today. I'll be live 7 p.m. Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. Long as we here, we might as well come on and talk about survival and encourage others to survive as well. Um, um, what's going on? What's going on, Piff? How you doing, bro? Yes, sir. So like I said, that's what this live is about. And one of the first things I want to touch is giving thanks to the viewers. Piff, thanks to you, bro. I've been watching you guys for a while. You know what I'm saying? And see you in the chat right now is that's a big thanks for that. Also want to give shout out to other family and friends that have been reaching out to me and telling me that they're receiving a live, they see what I'm doing, and they're encouraging me to keep going. I was a barber on Jamaica Avenue for over 10 years, so I got to meet a lot of wonderful people and some of my barber buddies. You know what I'm saying? Big ups, Shaba, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who y'all are. Calling me, letting me know customers seeing the live. Customers is seeing what's going on, and you know what I'm saying? Give me that push, because that's what it's all about. It's all about that positive energy. It's all about that energy that's required to make it to the next day. because there's nothing more important than survival, and making it to the next day, no matter what stage you're in, is the aim of the game. And no matter what stage you're in, you can make it to the next day. You could be, you know what I'm saying, at the top or at the bottom with the right support. You know what I'm saying? With the right support, you can make it to wherever you want. And that's what I was able to benefit from, was the support of everybody that was around me. And I'm trying to give back that same support because I know how tough it can be to be in a hospital, to going through diagnoses, going through, you know what I'm saying, respect, going through all of these stuff. Because right now I'm actually going through the process again. Um, Tomorrow I have a biopsy scheduled, right? Biopsies because my leg is swollen again. Not again. This my leg has been swollen for about 2 weeks now, and it's due to me. When I was diagnosed originally, I was diagnosed with Waldenstrom's, lymphoma, and leukemia. Now my lymphoma is present again, right? My leg is swollen, and the reason for my leg being swollen is my lymph nodes in my pelvic area. As a matter of fact, lymph nodes all over my body has enlarged because of my original cancer. It spreaded to all over my body. I had cancer. I had cancer everywhere except my brain, and I'm thankful for that. Everywhere except my brain. So my lymph nodes everywhere are lit up again, and now they reach to the size to where they're restricting my blood flow, and now my leg is getting bigger and bigger every day for the past 2 weeks. Now it's almost twice the size it originally is. But me being aware, you know what I'm saying, and this is probably why the most important reason for me sharing is me being aware of my own process and knowing how the stages, the pain, I'm able to make my oncologist aware of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And me being very active in my patient, in my care, knowing what my blood count is, knowing where my neutrophil is, knowing where all these numbers are, so I myself can react to them and take note of how my world is affecting the medication, because these two worlds have to collide, right? The doctors, they don't know what you're doing at home, right? They give you medicine, and when you go see them, they ask you, questions or whatever. If you don't properly take note of what's going on, you're not gonna properly. Oh, so how did I beat it? Well, how I beat it was by going through chemo. I went through chemotherapy I did 5 chemo treatments in 2021 when I was diagnosed. Now the thing about the chemo treatment, my specific cancer, and this is one of the most important things, is what everybody's cancer is different. So everybody's lymphoma affects it differently. Everybody's, prostate, breast cancer, whatever cancer you have, is going to affect you differently. So my cancer, it turns out my cancer caught cancer, right? So one cancer evolved to another. I ended up with 3 cancer. So the lymphoma that I have was a combination of lymphatic cancer and also cancer in my bone marrow. So when I did the chemo treatment, the chemo wiped out all my cells, all my cells, and it also damaged my ability to make new cells. So after my first chemo treatment, my immune system was totaled. I had to get booster shots every day since, and that's what led to more complications and led to me being in hospital, because after every chemo treatment, my stay in the hospital extended further and further because it wiped out my immune system, and ever since then, my immune system has never been able to regain or achieve any balance, any normal balance. So ever since then till now, my immune system been totally compromised. I never up until this year don't go outside that much. Try to stay to myself, stay in my bubble. Especially when I was diagnosed during COVID in 2021, it was that was just how you had to live. So the chemo after 5 chemos, and this might be interesting fact. I wasn't able to finish my last chemo treatment because it took my body so long to recover from my 5th chemo treatment that okay, so your brother-in-law had bone cancer. They had to take his whole shoulder. He's doing good. No setback. See that right there? See that? That is beautiful. Me hearing that, Piff, we're gonna have to talk. right? You say your brother-in-law had bone cancer, and he had to get his whole shoulder. He had to get take his whole shoulder, but he's doing good, and there's no setback. See, that's the key. He's doing good, and there's no setback. See, he has the right mindset to don't look back and worry about what you don't have or how that affected you. That keep going. That's beautiful right there, man. I appreciate hearing that. So so all of that happened, and my last chemo treatment, I said this might be affecting me now. The fifth chemo treatment took almost 2 months to recover from, and you're supposed to do chemo every 3 weeks. So the last chemo treatment, it was so long between the previous that it wasn't going to really have a large effect because it's been so long. So who knows? Maybe because of that, it found some way to bounce back because diagnosed in 2021, cancer free in 2022, um 2023 without no cancer. This is 2024, and I started feeling these symptoms about say about 3 to 4 months ago. I started feeling the same pain in the same area where my original cancer was diagnosed. So I instantaneously knew like, okay, what this means, what could it mean. So I kept close track of my situation, and I got to my gastro doctor to check if there's any gastro issues. Got X-rays done so I could see if there was any internal issues. Got MRIs done so I could see exactly what's going on. And now the biopsy is scheduled, and the MRI also showed that there is a development of lymphoma in my kidney. Right, so it's a toss up. Did it originate in the kidney? Travel to the lymphatic system? Did it originate in the lymphatic system? Travel to the kidney? We don't know, but there's currently present lymphoma in my kidney, and also all my lymph nodes have swollen. And there's also evidence of something that's in my femur bone as well. And my femur was giving me big problems for a while. Big problems. I was feeling severe pain in my leg bone, but that's the problem sometimes when you feel these pains, these things happening. You don't know, it's like it's not gonna come away exactly and tell you, oh, you have cancer or you're gonna have cancer in such and such day. These pains that I felt, there was no signs of any cancer at the moment. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you can't do nothing but keep track of what's going on, and you know basically it keep track of what's going on, inform your doctors, you know what I'm saying, and be conscious of your patient history, family history. All those things are very important to help you get to a ripe age where, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to deal with so much issues because of cancer. And it's not only cancer. Diabetes, heart problems, cholesterol, hypertension, all of those things can lead to cancer. Okay, so it's not just cancer. Anything that you're doing that you know, like, yo, you need to ease up on it. Take a break. Take a break. It doesn't. Y'all know you hear of people that smoke cigarettes and never got cancer, right? It doesn't mean because you smoke. Um, oh yeah, I definitely studied natural herbs. To be honest with you, by you mentioning that, before I got sick, my wife was diagnosed with Crohn's and colitis. So we were already on this regimen of fruits and vegetables and proper proper nourishment, promoting, the biotics, and, you know what I'm saying, stimulating the system. We were already in that mode, and I was already eating like that. And we did the research with Dr. Sebi, and we did a lot of reading. So it helped me. It actually put me into a place where I am like where I am now. Like if my leg wasn't hurting, we could hit the track. We could do 100. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a good physical condition because of how I was before I got the cancer. And I want to stress that so much, that cancer is something that you got to be ready for. Your body got to be physically ready for the beating that it's going to take, and also for what it's going to take to come up out of it. Um, they say my brother-in-law slipped on some ice, hurt the back on the shoulder, and the result was crazy. Now, as that's crazy, just from an injury, wow. From an injury, it led to him getting cancer, and that's just the thing about cancer. It's not, you can't predict it. You can't predict it. It could come from an injury. It could come from sickness. It could come from you going through treatment. You know what I'm saying? That triggers it. Some treatment lowers your immune system. See, because the thing is, your immune system is supposed to fight. And your immune system is supposed to fight off all these things, but if it's not able to fight off all these things and it builds up, then it becomes cancerous. Cancer doesn't just, oh, pops today is cancer. It builds, and then eventually it evolves. Um, they say mixing toilet bowl cleaner and aluminum foil. He ran off the porch to throw it and hit the ice sheet and slid across the street. Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. You didn't even expect that. You know what I'm saying? You go out there having fun, and you know what I'm saying, that happens. But I'm thankful to hear that he is doing okay, and he because of his mindset, he has to have a positive mindset in order to for you to tell me that he's doing good and he has no side effects. Because something like that has no causation. It's not like there's family history of any cancer, or you was, you know what I'm saying, forgive me if you was a firefighter or somebody that's respond to these things that they got sick. That was just from an accident. That's like Bob Marley playing soccer and stubbed his toe and turned out that he, you know what I'm saying, he had cancer. Sometimes it happened like that, but to hear that he's doing great, that's a blessing, and I'm glad to hear that. So these symptoms that I was going through was very similar, so I knew exactly how to track it, how to keep up with it, what to do, and I got in touch with my oncologist. I called him every day. I called him. It got to the point where, and my oncologist, he's a pretty busy man, and listen, I got to the point where I had to see him. I had to go see my oncologist. You know what I'm saying? And I saw him and we exchanged words, but he saw my passion. You gotta let these people know how much these things mean to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, that's great. You gotta let these people know what this thing means to you. He sees like, yo, I'm very, very concerned and I'm very tentative about my situation. So, you know what I'm saying? He did everything that he could do to get things rolling, and thankfully, because of all of that, I'm scheduled to do a biopsy off my lymph node tomorrow to check to see if it's cancerous, what kind of cancer it is, so I could start treatment. Hopefully, I could start treatment by Monday. All right, hopefully I could start treatment by a Monday. But I have to do a small procedure because going through the chemo is gonna put my body at risk. So I gotta get my body prepared. So I have to do a small surgical procedure this Wednesday to get my body ready. So hopefully by Friday, by next Friday, this time Friday or next Friday's live, I could tell y'all like, okay, I started chemo. I mean, I started treatment, or I started whatever it's gonna be now. It doesn't have to be chemo. It could be pills. It could be various different things, and that's one of the things that keeps me in a positive mindset is knowing that technology always is in my favor. As long as I put myself in a proper place where I'm gonna live to see tomorrow. Technology is in my favor. Um, did I change my diet? Did I change my diet or habits? And how do I prepare for chemo? Well, the crazy thing about chemo is when you're going through, like when I went through my cancer the first time, the cancer was in my stomach, so my stomach was bloated. For 2 weeks, I didn't eat. My stomach was bloated, so I guess if because of the shrinkage in my stomach, I didn't eat. I didn't have an appetite, and that's what happens. You start losing the weight because the cancer eats away at your protein cells. So then you start shrinking and you start losing the weight because you don't have no appetite. So going into the chemo, no appetite. Um, After I started chemo, I had to eat. I even asked my doctors like, "Yo, just hook me up to the bag, to the IV bag, and just let me drip. I don't feel like eating. I don't want to have to use the bathroom. I don't want to process nothing. I don't want to have to, you know what I'm saying? But your body, in order for your body to make cells, right? Because of me having no immune system, I had to make cells, right? So in order to make cells, your body needs sugar. Your body needs these things to create the cells. So because I have to eat, I ate, right? But it wasn't a lot. But the greatest thing about that is my wife. She is she's a very good cook. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to benefit from that. She, you know what I'm saying? She know how to make the food taste good. And as far as adjustment, you have to cut down the carbs. Cut down the carbs excessively. Try to stay on a more of a protein diet. Cut down the carbs and stick to the fruits. Really, stick to the fruits really, and cut down the carbs. It isn't much to it than that because like I said in my situation I needed to make cells, so not eating was not a thing, but definitely reduce the amount of carbs in your body. That was like I reduced the carbs like 80%. I only ate like maybe 10% of the carbs that I used to eat in my meal. So it's basically, and I like I said, that's how I was already eating. I was basically fruits, vegetables, um, no soda, not even orange juice, any juice naturally squeezed, coconut water. That's how we was living. So we was already in the right mindset. But as far as the actual chemo was reducing the amount of sugar, and that's also another thing that they tell us when we about to do our PET scan to check if there's any cancer in our body is we can't eat any type of we can't eat period for like I don't know like 12 to 16 hours because the sugar and the cancer shows up the same. So you have no sugar in your body, cancer lights up by itself. So something about the sugar that what I'm saying they don't like. But like the fat cells. Okay. So that is that's why we're here, man. That's why we're here, and because of my situation, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna be ready for treatment, and if I have to be in the hospital, so be it. But I know how to deal. I know how to move. You know what I'm saying? This is like when we was young and we was learning how to hustle. I learned how to live. I was hustling in the hospital, learning how to live. You know what I'm saying? So if I gotta go back again, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's all about survival. It's all about making it. You know what I'm saying? Cause to be honest with you, where I'm at in life, I didn't reach my goals as yet. You know what I'm saying? So me, I can't see myself not being here to achieve, certain goals that I set in my life. So you know what I'm saying? That's not even part of the question. And speaking of goals, it was before I even got diagnosed. I used to be a day trader. I used to be heavily involved in the stock market, and I used to be a day trader. And I I definitely I was after the money. All right, I was after the money, and the craziest thing in 2021, I dropped some money in my account, and 3 months later, my money completely doubled. Right, so I said, okay, you know what? Because I had a day trading rule set up, let me set up my LLC so I could benefit for all of these, perks you get from trading up to 400 or 500 times a year, at least 3 times a week, blah blah blah. I was trying to take care of the perks. So I said, okay, I got my strategy, I got my thing going. I'm gonna keep trading for the rest of the year. Fine tune my little strategy. Because in trading, you just need one strategy. You know what I'm saying? If your strategy work, just add more money to it. That's all you gotta do. So I had my strategy, and I was perfecting my strategy. I put my money in January, February, March. My money doubled. So I was like, oh, I figured it out. I got something. 1 month later, I got diagnosed with cancer. Right. So right then and there, like everything stopped for me. I haven't made a trade since 2021. I have not made a trade since 2021 because I can't go back to that life unless I figure out, this life. If I was just running, going at it and not figuring out what's the difference, what changing, I wouldn't be able to spot what's going on and be so attentive in my situation, right? So what I'm saying is I was chasing after the money, but me going through this, it made me realize that life is more important than just money. being able to have an impact and being able to help somebody go through something like this is more important than the money. So even though I haven't been able to make a trade, I just made a trade. You know what I'm saying? That for this. So I get the same, the same the thrill that you get from making it from seeing $5,000, $10,000 go up on a trade. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's the same that I get when I see the comments and I hear people telling me, "Yo, just keep doing what you're doing," because this means a lot to me to be able to help somebody that was in my situation that needed. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I have friends that diagnosed with cancer and they're not here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here. So I have to not let these people pass, you know what I'm saying, life not be for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And keep pushing that positive energy forward because we all gotta come together. We all gotta come together and fight this fight. People with cancer and people without cancer, right? The people that don't have cancer, awareness and help spreading the awareness. That's how you can help fight. One of my biggest fight is the issue of my blood cancer. Because of my blood cancer, I needed over 80 blood transfusion to stay alive so I could finish my chemo, right? After every chemo treatment, it wiped out my ability to make cells, so I could not make any blood. I even went into a cardiac arrest. I even had a heart attack because it wasn't enough blood in my body to pump nutrients, whatever, to my body, right? So that's how important a blood is to me. Now, the reason I'm saying this is blood donation is what it's about for me at this point in time is to spread the awareness and importance of blood donation because before cancer I never knew how important it was to donate blood. I never knew how important a lot of things was, but especially the blood donation thing, right? And I needed blood. I needed bag after bag after bag after bag, 3, 4, 5 bags for the day, like back to back to back, just to keep me alive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful. I'm at the utmost. I can't be more thankful for being here because I know what it took for me to be here. You know what I'm saying? And here I am. I'm about to go back into that same boxing ring again. You know what I'm saying? And I know I might be in the need of a bag or two. You know what I'm saying? So, this is something that I ask anybody that I meet and that I share my situation with. I just I ask them, have you donated? Can you donate? Would you donate? You know what I'm saying? And if you don't donate for me, donate for your family, donate for your friends, donate for because um, people like me that already been diagnosed, we can't donate nothing. Blood, organs, we can't donate anything. We depend on you guys out there that and when I say you guys, I'm mainly speaking of people. Well, I can't really say that because I don't know the exact numbers, but uh, um, 60s is the average age. 60, 66 is the average age for cancer diagnosis. So anybody that's below that, I'm mainly speaking to y'all to help with the donation and help spread the awareness about the importance of blood donation and just help in the fight. Because by you helping in the fight, you're actually making it safer for you and yourself when you reach a certain age. Because the older you get, the more at risk you become for cancer, right? The more at risk you become for every form of cancer there is, and there's over 200 different cells in your body, and each one of them can become cancerous. So there's no telling, and everybody cancer is different. So that person can get cancer for something that don't affect you, and then you get cancer for something that has no effect on the next person. Everybody's situation is different, and that's why we have to educate ourselves and be aware of the differences, and don't be afraid to ask questions and to tell people what's going on, because that's the only way we're going to help each other. That's the only way we're going to be able to become stronger and fight this cancer. Besides the science and the pills and the technology, it's more than just the science and the pills. It's the people coming together to change their situations. Because right now, I'm still going through it. right? I'm still trying to figure out what triggered my cancer to come back. I started feeling pain 4 months ago. What triggered it 4 months ago? I should have been doing a better job of keeping notes of my daily activities or what I eat. You know what I'm saying? In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, what I'm saying? It probably, I probably should, but ain't nothing gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna happen now, right? 2022, 2021 was just, a year or two ago. So, but it seems that I should have been taking better notes and being more prepared and aware of, what I'm saying, my situation. As much as I was aware, I should have been doing a better job of taking notes and keeping track of what I'm eating and the things that I'm doing so I could properly keep up with the changes in my body and what might have caused this pain to come back, because it's very specific. I do my blood work. You know what I'm saying? I have to do my blood work. As a cancer patient, you go from doing your blood work every week, every 3 months, every 6 months, every year. So we have to do our blood work. And my blood work showed a spike, right? And around that time, that spike, that's when something triggered. See, now the doctors is gonna look, and the doctor is gonna see the spike. Okay, the doctor see the spike. Say, yo, this spike. Now the doctor is gonna ask you. The doctor don't know what you was doing, right? To might have helped cause the spike, because there are things that you can do to trigger or influence. You know what I'm saying? Things to happen in your body. So it's up to you to help the doctor figure out what's wrong with you and how to treat your problem accordingly. And that's it. Basically, that's the most important part. You knowing exactly what to tell him to help him figure out your thing spiked around this time. What were you doing? What were you eating? Where were you at? How were you feeling? Was you sick? Did you hurt yourself? Like, now, as a recovering cancer patient, if you are a recovering cancer patient, please take my advice right now. Start writing down your daily activities. I thought about even making a recording memo, somehow that we need to start accounting for our daily activities, what we eat, and how we go about the day. That is something I must incorporate in my daily, and it's because I be trying to do so many things to keep myself busy, that sometimes I don't do what I need to do, and that's one of the things I need to do is take at least 10 to 15 minutes at the end of the day and really take note of what is going on, because if I had a better system, I could have been able to pinpoint, exactly, okay, well, during this week, this and this happened. You know what I'm saying? This might have caused it, and then it helped me have things where I might want to avoid. You know what I'm saying? Because your mind, sometimes you gotta trust your mind and believe in your ability to formulate certain thoughts. Right? Sometimes your mind tell you like, yo, don't mess with that. Your gut instincts, whatever it is there for a reason. Sometimes you should follow it. You know what I'm saying? So um yeah, so I do want to ask of you guys to share this podcast with anybody that you know that is going through any kind of issues in the hospital, need a good word of encouragement. Because that's what we're here for, is to help each other, help each other survive, help each other heal, and make it to the next day. So share this podcast. My email address is cancersilentkiller@gmail. You want to reach out, send me an email. If you are a cancer patient, just diagnosed, been diagnosed, whatever, send me an email. You need somebody to talk to. You want to talk about your situation. Send me an email. I would love to speak with you and see what we can share, to see what I can learn from you and what you can learn from me, because we are here to help each other, and this is year 3 of my journey. So I have a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing this podcast as well is to for anybody that's have any information and knowledge they wanna share. You know what I'm saying? That would be very appreciated because it's an ongoing thing. It never stops, and I don't have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't have thousands of dollars where I could be like, oh, I got my personal team of oncologists. You know what I'm saying? 5 or 6 doctors that's gonna just worry about me 24 hours a day. I got half an hour with my doctor when I go see him, and whatever time he has left to share with all the other patients. You have to understand, like real reality. There's a lot of cancer patients out here, but it's not a lot of oncologists. You know what I'm saying? So when you have to do things to because me personally, I do not just rely on what somebody says or what a doctor say, and you know what I'm saying, because the reality is, people they have a lot to deal with, and when you're dealing with 20 patients, how you going to specialize me when you have 20, 30, 40 other patients? Like, that doesn't make sense. So to help myself, I read, I educate, right? So when I do get that, because think about it, as I was coming out of my situation, and as I was getting better, my visits were shrinking. I went from once a week to now I would see him every 3 months. Now every 3 months is 4 times a year, 4 times a year, right? So whenever I saw my oncologist, I hit him with questions. You know what I'm saying? I had questions, but what about this? What about this, and this? You know what I'm saying? And the next time he see me, I'm following up on the old questions that I asked you. Well, what about this? What about this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure he, from me being so diligent, he got the impression like, oh, this young man is very serious about his health. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? I can't say I'm sure, but majority of the time, it puts you on your toes. Like, okay, you can't just say any random, cause I'm gonna look it up. You say something to me, I'm gonna look it up. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be active in your patient care. You have to know what's going on with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to, cause God forbid if something happens to your oncologist and you get a new one. What if the person is as thorough? What if they don't share the same reason for, you know what I'm saying, for being an oncologist? Then, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to get the same treatment. And by you not understanding your situation, you can't inform the new person what's going on, or, you know what I'm saying, express to them the things that matter to you. That's important in your patient care. So share this live, comment. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the support that I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it going every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday. We're gonna show up here to encourage everybody to keep showing up. That's all. That's all you gotta do is to give yourself a chance by showing up. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to win. You know what I'm saying? But you at least gotta be there to at least see a good game. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta show up, right? Show up meaning waking up, meaning being thankful that you're alive. Every day you wake up, man. It's a serious thing, man. You gotta be thankful you're alive, man. You gotta be thankful. You really gotta be thankful. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of right now when I was my current situation, I I'm not I didn't I let my wife inform my family because family is gonna get emotional. You know what I'm saying? And this is not the first time. This is the second time I'm dealing with this. So I already went through the initial mourn. I ain't gonna say mourning, but the initial, of emotions that comes with the delivery of the news, right? So I don't want to re-experience that at the moment. I'm in a space in my mind where I'm ready to fight, right? I don't want to be in an emotional state where I'm saddened, or what I'm saying, because you're crying it makes me cry. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So at the moment, I personally did not inform my family, rest of my family members about my current situation. I let my family do that because I personally do not want to go through that emotion that comes with it at the moment, because I want to get ready for this fight. I want to stay locked in. I want to stay ready because I'm ready. I was always ready because when I did my chemo treatments without no pain medication while I was going through it, it was hell. But once it was over, it was like, okay, I don't feel no more pain. All right, let's go. Let's do the other one, right? Pain goes away. Pain goes away. Pain stops. You understand what I'm saying? So when that pain goes away and stops, get ready. Get ready to go again. Get ready to go again. All right. You gotta find joy in life, whatever it is. Find your joy in life. Reason for you to whatever it is. Find your joy. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you don't have that, then you're not gonna want to. You're not gonna want to fight, and that's sometimes that's the problem, is that you stuck in that bed, and because you don't want to fight, your body gives up. It starts in your mind. It starts in your mind, right? Your body gives up. Somebody could be paralyzed laying in the bed, but the mind can somehow jolt that body back to life, right? You gotta believe, right? So we're here to, you know what I'm saying, uplift everybody, man. Bring forward that positive energy, that positive 7 o'clock energy, right? To put you in the right state of mind for you to get up the next day and be successful. And that's what we doing. Today's Friday. There's a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, going on tonight. All I ask you spend this little hour, chop it up, or when you watch it on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going. Um, so that's where I'm at with it. I got this biopsy scheduled tomorrow, man. Tomorrow is my day. Tomorrow it starts all over again. Tomorrow starts all over again. Um, Early in the morning, and this kind of thing is, to me, is becoming. I'm not gonna say it's becoming normal, but in my mind, it has to be some kind of normal because I have to get up for it every day. And in order for me to get up every day, I have to, I gotta see it as something normal and get ready for it and ready to fight for it. And that's what makes me fight every day is knowing what's at the end, right? Knowing that, because I haven't, ever since I've been diagnosed in that past 3 years, I haven't fully regained. And like I said, you don't regain, but when I say regain, just being outside, just being able to go places, and enjoy certain things. I haven't been able to do that because I'm still waiting for my immune system to recover, right? So I'm still, even so the whole time, even though my cancer isn't active, I still have to move as if, you know what I'm saying, I have to move very carefully. So I'm still in fight mode. I've been in fight mode for the past 2 3 years, and I'm still in fight mode. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't never over. It's just a new way you gotta live life, and this what this one of the things that's most important is when people share what they're going through, what they've been going through for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Because that's my plan, is to be around for 10, 20, 30 years and being able to share my experiences so somebody else can see that and be like, okay, then since he do that, then it's possible, right? Once you know something's possible, then you're really gonna try to achieve it, or try to get to that point in life. And I just that's what I want to do, is to just let y'all know that certain things are possible. No matter what you've been diagnosed as, no matter if you did an MRI, CAT scan, it doesn't matter what you are currently going through, what you're currently being diagnosed with or facing. There's always a way to get better. There's always a better tomorrow. There's always a way to get out the situation, and it starts for me by having the right state of mind. So what we definitely definitely appreciate all the views. Monday, like I said, Monday we be back live, with a full update Monday, yeah, we should have an update on if and when we're gonna be able to start treatment. So this is where we at, and like I said, it's hard for me to really get into it because when you gotta call everybody and let them know your situation, it takes a lot out of you, and I don't want to be drained, you know what I'm saying? Because even though I'm going through, like, we all go through this situation, just because you're going through cancer doesn't mean like everything else stop. You still gotta work. You still gotta take care of your family. You still gotta, you know what I'm saying, look out for your kids. You still gotta help, you know what I'm saying? Your life still goes on, and there's still things that is demanded of you to provide for your family, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times they don't know how much you hurt or how much energy you have, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you let them know and sometimes you don't. But you always got to keep going. You can't take yourself out the situation. You always got to try to regain some kind of normalcy or some kind of what you're used to doing, because you don't want to go so far that everything becomes foreign. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole new lifestyle that you don't even accustomed to. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay active. You know what I'm saying? I try to still do some of the things that I used to do, not at the same level. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the hearts, appreciate the hearts. Not at the same level that I used to, but I definitely try to stay active. I try to, keep my mind going, and that is going to be very important. Chemo treatment is going to chop you down, but no matter what you're doing, you gotta keep the mind sharp. You gotta keep it going. And every time you try to figure out another method of doing something, you become stronger. You're able to pull from your resources and get better at everything you're doing, so you become more successful. I've learned that going through all of these ups and downs, and I just, me personally, man, I tell you to tap in because I don't know anything else but to fight. I don't know what it is to get knocked down and don't get back up. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't know how not to do that, listen to me, man. Listen to me. Don't settle. Don't settle for mediocrity. Don't settle for something you know that you deserve more. Why would you do that to yourself? You know you deserve more, or you know that this situation that you're in is not deserving up onto you. And this is one of the things that helped me most important. One of the things in my recovery was I had to believe that my life was worth saving. You understand what I'm saying? I had to believe that it wasn't my time. I had to believe that basically my life is worth saving. There's things that I have not done yet on this earth that I still need to accomplish and achieve that I am destined to do. You know what I'm saying? So my will not let me quit. You know what I'm saying? And so many things that I've seen and I've witnessed, so many people I've seen passed away that's in my same situation, that had the same exact cancer as I did, that for some reason they're not here today, but I am, right? And with all these blood transfusions, all these people that donated blood, all these people, over 80 something blood transfusion, over 80 something people, you know what I'm saying, donated blood to keep me alive. So it's only natural because of the person I am to try. I can't give back 85 blood transfusions, right? I can't give back. I can't donate 85 bags of blood, but I could probably get 85 people to donate in my favor and in my behalf. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my main objective is to spread the importance of blood donation and the importance of how you yourself can make a difference. You can make a very, very big difference. I got a friend of mine, a lawyer friend, right? He has a wife. I told him like your wife is my hero because she's special, right? She's O, I think she's O positive, O negative. She's O negative, right? So that means she can give blood to anybody, right? A, B, O. If you O, you can give blood to anybody, right? She is one of them people that I would go to bat for any day, anytime. right? There are certain people in this world, man, that serve a purpose that you don't even know how important they are. And they're a regular person like me or you. You might be O, you might be O. I gotta look it up. Things O negative, O negative, O positive. But the O can give blood to the A, to the B, and to the another O. A can only give to A, B can only give to B. But O, if you are O, you know, if you are O, you that hero. You're a real hero. You A and B heroes too. Right? A and B is definitely heroes too. But if you are O, then and this person I'm talking about, she is an O, so she gets special requests to show up at certain places when they need an emergency donation. So she's one of them people, what I'm saying, in my book as a hero. You know what I'm saying? So we all can contribute. We all can contribute, but if you are O, there's a special place for you in all of our hearts. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate all the donors. We appreciate all the donors. Love to everybody out there sending out them hearts. Love that, love that. We appreciate all the donors. This is something I never got a chance to do while I was going through my treatment. I never got a chance to thank the people that donated blood that I was able to receive and that I benefited from. And I don't know who those people are, but if you ever donated blood, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you. Um, Other cancer patients, I thank you. And it's not only cancer patients that need blood. Everybody, basically, what I'm saying, at some point in time is going to need some kind of a blood donation. But I definitely thank you from the bottom of my heart because I never got the chance to reach out. And there's a program I didn't know of until after I finished my treatment. But there's a program. It's at my cancer center. I don't know if it's at every cancer center, but at the cancer center is a program where you can reach out to the people that donate the blood that you use and thank them. And I did not know that was a thing until afterwards. So if you are in that situation where you're using somebody's blood, there is a way for you to reach out and to thank that person personally for that blood that you're using. Okay. Oh, shout out to the O's. Shout out to the O's, my bro. What's up, bro? I love you. My bro, you already know. My bro, I love you, bro. Nothing is more important than family. You understand? Nothing is more important than family. And the only thing that ever stops me in my tracks is my family. Me seeing my brother on my life, it just did something to me. You understand? It's not more important than family. And, you know what I'm saying? Because of that, we back. You know what I'm saying? Because we feel things when we need to feel it. And then we got to get back to what's important. We got to get back to basics. And, you know what I'm saying? What's important is spreading this message and sharing what's going on. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I can't be in that phase where if I see my brother, I'm gonna break even more. You know what I'm saying? So I try to keep myself in a state where I could just keep fighting and I keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it takes. That's what it takes. You just gotta keep swinging, man. Keep swinging. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you ain't got the energy, tap in. Hit me, tap in. Tap in. You gotta survive. You know why? Because Monday is another live. And I wanna see everybody that's watching this live on live or repeat. I wanna see y'all Monday. I wanna see y'all Wednesday, Friday. We're gonna keep on building this up and we're gonna show up. Right? It's all about showing up, man. It's all about showing up and taking care of your family. Because you're gonna need your family. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't want it to be the point in time when you need your family. Your family's like, oh, what about no. We don't run those kind of jokes, and we don't play those kind of games. You understand what I'm saying? So we just wanna keep this going, Continue the positivity, continue the upliftment, continue to fight. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow is my biopsy. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go in there tomorrow and we're gonna figure out what the cancer is. You know what I'm saying? Keisha, what's going on? Going Pascal, Mom, I see you. I see everybody in the chat. Love y'all. Um, so definitely, man, definitely, we gonna keep it going. We not stopping. We ramping up. We ramping up. The worst thing you can do is make me better, cause I'm I'm gonna be even more. Picture me on 10 times what I am now. It's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ramping up. We're gonna knock this out the way. You know what I'm saying? And ramp it up to keep going. You know what I'm saying? On to bigger and better things. On to informing or reaching more people. Right? We trying to reach everybody. We trying to have everybody. You know what I'm saying? Love you too, sis. We trying to have everybody, including. You know what I'm saying? I love you too, my bro. Yeah, we gonna fight because we always win. That's right. That's right. My bro, no. We fight. We fighters. We always win. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we doing, man. You know what I'm saying? We standing tall and we not giving up. All day, every day. So much respect to everybody that tune in, that keeps tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to find ways to reach out and give back, and this was the last. This was the thing that was the quickest that I could reach out and to get this feedback so quickly is like you just give me energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it goes. I give y'all energy, you give me energy. We're just gonna keep building. We're just gonna keep fighting. That's right. I see you says God gives his strongest soldiers his hardest fights. That's right. And I always thought about that too, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, it hits everybody. Why me? Why me? Why me? You know what I'm saying? And I always thought to myself, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of strong. I can handle it. This lady that, you know what I'm saying, in her situation, she might not be able to handle it as well. This person might not be able to handle it. This child might not be able to handle it, but I can handle it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it. I'm able to handle it, so he gave it to me, and I'm able to withstand. And I'm still fighting. Other three people I just described, they might not have been able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it as why me. I look at it as okay, I can handle it. Let me bear the brunt of this force. You know what I'm saying? Because that person probably not gonna be able to. And I done seen 3, 4 friends already pass because they couldn't handle the pressure. So I want to be an example that it can be done, and it's gonna continue. We're gonna continue this fight and continue to be an example of prosperity and be an example of healing and then be example of fighting cancer. We're gonna be an example of that, right? Because with cancer, silent killers. That's what we. That's what we are. That's what we about. It's spreading the awareness. That's how you're gonna fight cancer, kill cancer. Is to what's up, BC? That's how you fight cancer. Is spread the awareness and empower everybody around you to come together and either change the things that they're doing through education, right? So we can better ourselves, so we can better prepare for life because, cancer is around us. Cancer is in all of us, right? Every day cells they die, you know what I'm saying? It's just that one day where there's a whole lot of other things that's going on in your body might not be helpful to that cell that's not going good. So sometimes you gotta stop what you're doing. Sometimes you gotta go on. You gotta take breaks. Just don't do everything the same thing all the time. Just give yourself breaks. Give yourself a chance. Learn. Educate yourself. Learn about your health. Learn about food. Learn about the benefits of food. Learn how fruits can help your body. Learn what nutrients your body need. Definitely try to help yourself to become better because um, through education we're gonna find the answers that's gonna put us in the position we want to be, right? So definitely I appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Monday we be here. You know what I'm saying? Find out what happened. Tell you what's going on. All right, much love and respect to everybody.